It is Meg here, coming at you live from Meg Rogers Nutrition Coaching, and somebody wants to join me, but we'll see how long this lasts, and it probably won't last very long. But let's talk about willpower. Do you ever start a journey and you just get really frustrated that you have no willpower? Like, if I only had willpower, I could actually do this. If I had more motivation, I could actually be a success. Is this you? Are these things that you are saying as well? You know, maybe yesterday you woke up, you got your heart rate up, you did a little workout, maybe you ate great, but when you woke up today, you looked in the mirror and you're still seeing the same old body that's been depressing you, and that overwhelming, frustrated, depressing thoughts about flooding just came flooding back into you. Hey, Chandra. And you know, maybe it's just zapping all of your energy and stuff for the rest of the day. And you just think, well, what's the point? And you end up gonna go play? Okay, go play. And you end up just throwing in the towel and thinking, like, what's the point? Like, does this sound familiar for you? You know, if so, I get it. And I still have to guard my thoughts, especially while healing. You know, I got sick in April of last year, but I didn't start, hey, Maggie, but I didn't actually get diagnosed until like August. And so I've still been healing, you know, with a doctor every 3 weeks since July, August. So, you know, there's a lot happening. But the truth is, you know, you have to be really far along in the path of consistency to actually see significant results and know how to not only eat for your needs, but understand that health is dynamic, and knowing how to shift things before your metabolism actually adapts to what you're doing is going to be so crucial to your success and stuff. So if you're catching this live, drop your favorite emoji or say hi and let me know that you're here. And if you're catching replay, drop #replay. But you know, which is why, honestly, you know, because a lot of people, like I said, they give up before they actually reach any success. And that's why only 5% are actually going to achieve the level of success and fulfillment that they're actually hoping for. 5%. Like, that's insane. That means like 1 in 20 people are actually going to achieve their goals, which is really sad. And I really hope that it's going to be a lot more for people. But, you know, a lot of people, myself included, I used to do this. Oh, you want to come sit now? You know, we tell ourselves, I just need willpower. I just need motivation. I just need more motivation or something. And the truth is, this is going to be a really tough one to swallow. The truth is, you don't have a willpower problem. The truth is, you have a lack of won't problem, you know. So for most people, willpower looks and feels like some sort of self-tyrant propped up by some arbitrary, artificial reward and punishment system, because our brain is actually designed, hey, Betsy, our brain is actually designed to protect us. So we have a natural tendency to resist and actually rebel against ourselves. So if you're like, I am my own worst enemy, I'm always rebelling against myself, that's why, because God wired you to have a brain that is going to protect you. You know, willpower only works for so long before you start to rebel against yourself. And I don't know about you, but I'm a rebeller. So, you know, if you tell me what I can't do, I will mentally flip you off and be like, watch me. I will prove you wrong. So then how do you keep yourself on the path of building, growing, improving, and compounding the good effects of what you're doing? Because it feels so overwhelming. You think you have to commit all of these things and time and stuff. And this is where the power, honestly, time. This is the power of time and where it comes in. You know, the beauty of time is it requires only a small contribution from you, but offers a really big reward. You know, and I shared a photo a few weeks ago about how doubling a penny just over the course of 30 days, you know, day 1, doubling it. So you have day 2, you have 2 cents. And on day 3, you know, you've doubled that. So now you have 4 cents. And I shared how, you know, doubling that can actually morph into $1 million. You know, your goals, your goals work in the same way. It doesn't matter how much you white knuckle it. It doesn't matter how much strength and force you use to commit. What matters is the power of time. Okay, you're gonna go play? Time magnifies the little things that you are doing and the big things that you are doing. So consistently repeated actions plus time equals incredible results, or a life you really don't want to have right now. So, you know, when somebody says, well, I just don't have willpower, or I'm not motivated right now. What you're really saying is, I just don't want it, and I don't want to put in the work. Like, be honest, you guys. You have to be honest with yourself. And why do we say this then? So drop your hand, drop a hand raise if this is you. Like, you've put in just enough work in the past, or just enough effort in the past to make you believe that you tried and you failed, so that you doubt is possible for you. You see my shares, you see my ladies are killing it, my clients are doing amazing. You witness my going from being overweight and fluffy, the fast food veggie hating person, to having success, and even having successful healing from adrenal fatigue, when that kills your entire metabolic system. But you believe that, it's not in the cards for you. And the truth is, everything you've tried failed because, one, you were 1 foot in and you were 1 foot out, and you were not committed, and it wasn't something you could do for life. And two, you didn't work with me walking you through it daily. So, Fear is powerful. Doubting it'll work, is going to hold you back without a doubt. We all do it. I found myself actually doing this in some aspect of my life last month, and it was still affecting me. And I actually started to share it Monday with my team group in private. But, the key is addressing it so that you can heal it. And I actually did share it with somebody who actually was able to help me through it, and it was really awesome. So now I have to actually go back and share it with my ladies in private. But, the longer you deny it, the longer it's actually going to rule you and keep you small. So we live in a push button society. We live in a push button, instant access, fast food. We expect everything yesterday, but there's a natural progression in life. Like, you plant, hey Serena, so you plant, you cultivate, and then you finally get to harvest. A farmer is not going to go out in the field, and you're not going to plant and then expect the next day to go out and harvest. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. The farmer isn't going to go out the next week or even the next month and expect to have this major harvest or whatever. It's not going to happen either. It's going to take time, the power of time, and it's going to take them being consistent. They have to care for it. They have to nurture it, so if quick fixes worked, why aren't you where you want to be? Easy come, easy go. God doesn't give us what we pray for all at once, because he knows we can't handle it and we would get overwhelmed and probably sabotage it. Instead, we have to go through challenges to grow and strengthen our faith. His timetable is way different than ours. In fact, it was Serena that shared that a few weeks ago, I think, in our group. And that's just always stuck with me. It's not that you don't have willpower. It's not that you don't have motivation. It's that you keep choosing the easy and refuse to put in the work. It's not that you are missing that. It's that you won't problem. We're all busy. I have 4 kids, healing the endocrine system for 10 months. We homeschool. There's always something going on. Typically we have sports, thankfully. Thank God that's done for the season right now. But, I work part-time now. We're all busy. I get it. I have single moms who are working full-time and on the go with their family, having to do it all because they don't have a spouse to help them. Guess what? They're still putting in the work and working even harder than I am. The easy would be telling myself, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate right now. It's just not going to change anytime soon. I'll just pray for God to remove some things and hold on for dear life instead, versus taking action toward where he's leading. That'll give me more of that. That's an excuse, you guys. A way to justify not doing what will lead me where I want to be. It's an excuse you use because you don't want to put in the work. And what's not mind-blowing is 95% of our country would rather stay miserable and depressed and feeling like a failure than taking the steps daily. Like, it's just mind-blowing to me. I kid you not. Like, I was blown away. I just, heard back from this mom that I was talking to for about a month now. And, she claims, like, I'm a strong believer and I want to incorporate God, his word, and prayer into my day and honoring his temple. And as we were discussing details and digging deeper, all of a sudden she ghosted. She just went completely blank. And I knew that was a sign where she's not ready. And then she finally came back with, now is not the time for me to make another commitment. I have more than enough things already taking place in my life at the moment. And honestly, the only commitment that she would be making is to herself and honoring God. That's it. Hey, Michelle. So her words claim that she's a strong believer, but her actions say, yeah, maybe when life isn't so busy, then I'll honor God and put him first in my life. Like, if you were thinking, well, Meg, you don't understand. I've tried it all before, and I can tell you, honestly, I can tell you, if you're thinking that, like, you've tried it all before, you've not worked with me. Because if we go on our own limited knowledge, we will keep getting the results that we have always gotten. We have to, we're going to keep living the cycles that we are so desperately claiming that we want to change. And if you think you have to white knuckle your way to be successful or be motivated and have this magical willpower, you haven't learned the real way to have success. And it's always, always going to be just outside your reach. And the longer we put off taking care of ourselves, here's the honest truth. The longer you put off taking care of yourself for some magical lasting willpower, waiting for that motivation to kick in, the longer you put off feeling better. You don't have a willpower problem. You have a won't problem. When you have somebody that can actually guide you and you are willing to put in the effort and just follow the steps, life-changing things do happen. It is really simple. I have one girl who is on day, she started Monday night, and she's on day 2 technically of actually doing it. And you know what? She's doing great. And it's why, my ladies who are consistent in the small ways daily do have results that end up changing their life. And if that's you, you're ready to learn how, show up with me daily. My coaching is for you, and I hope that you reach out. We keep going, and you are welcome at any time. But all right, guys, I hope this helps. Get out there, make it awesome.